What a cracking Meadowlands skimmer. I'm here today down in Coventry on Meadowlands Fishery. It's a rather windy day, but the wind's actually blowing off my back. It's making it a little bit difficult to fish. I'm fishing with banded pellets, just loose feeding 4mm, catching skimmers. It's fantastic fishing, to be honest. It's just starting to warm up a little bit and fish have started responding to pellets. So I'm just having quite a nice day's fishing really. But what I'm fishing with some new floats that we've produced at Drennan, some AS6 floats. Now these are much bigger sizes of floats than what we've produced before in the AS range. The AS2s, which have a wire base, not carbon like this one, a wire base float, only goes up to 0.6 and is perfect for the shallow type commercials such as Lindholme, where you've only got shallow water. They're absolutely perfect for that. But of course here at Meadowlands we've got depths up to 5 sections deep, so we've needed much bigger floats. So what we've done, we've produced an AS6 float that is from 0.4 right up to 1.5 grams. Of course, when you get 1.5 grams size float, you don't really need the wire base in it. And also, if you're fishing very short lines, a wire base, sometimes your float can rock around and tangle a little. So what we've got a carbon base. And because you've got a bigger float up to 1.5 grams, the actual weight in the olivette bosses the float more. So it's not necessary to have wire for this type of float. So I've got a 0.8 carbon base to the float. The same shape body as what's on the AS2, the ones that I generally use for carp fishing on the shallower lakes. It's what I call a body that works for everything. It's that type of inverted teardrop type shape. Above the body's painted again with the acrylic paint. I mean, I've used some of these floats up to 15-20 times, and the actual line doesn't mark the acrylic paint. You don't get a cut in the float, so the floats last a long time. The AS6s have got a 1.5mm bristle, which makes them perfect for fishing at distance. I mean, I'm fishing 14.5 meters today and I can see the float easily because the 1.5mm bristle just stands out, and also it supports the baits much better. You can use baits like corn, which is quite a heavy bait, but of course the bristle will support that type of bait. They're also brilliant for pellets, any size pellets. I'm using just 4mm on the hook today, but 6mm and even 8mm, when you're using a 1.5mm bristle, the float works very well with these type of baits. The stainless steel spring eye at the top of the body is again onto the actual bristle itself, and inside the hollow plastic bristles an insert so that the top can't break off. You can see I'm fishing a very short line today, and of course when you're fishing short lines with wire, your float tends to rock around a little bit, and often with a wire float I'll fish a little bit more line and maybe back shot. But of course when I'm fishing with a carbon base, the float sits nicely on the line, doesn't rock about, so I can fish a very short line. You can see that line above the float. It controls the float well, especially when you've got a backwind. What you don't want to happen is the float to shove out from the pole tip, which makes it difficult to hook bites, and also you're then fishing past where you've cooked in any bait. So I'm fishing a very short line above the float. I'm fishing for skimmers that are up to about £1 pound, so I'm just using a number 6 elastic. Below the float I've just got an inline olivette, 3 number 9 droppers, a short hook length, a 15cm hook length, and a band to a Camasan size 20 B911. A brilliant setup for fishing with pellets. So if you want any floats for fishing on deeper lakes, anywhere like Polwyn Lake down at Whiteacres, Hayfield Lakes, anywhere where you've got 11-12 foot of depth, AS6 floats are absolutely superb for these type of lakes.